around the coin. Is to basically enable economic opportunity for people through the metaverse economy. So what does that mean? I mean, we know metaverse is coming. We know Web3 is coming, right? How do we make it so that it's easy for people to come in? It's safe for people to come in so that they can participate in this new economy without getting left behind, right? So that's the idea.
The enterprise world went through a period where the primary focus was on permissioned blockchains, and that actually took away a lot of the power that blockchains bring to the table, bring permissionless, right? That was the breakthrough innovation. But enterprises legitimately have a lot of concerns about access to data, access control, and data privacy. And so the permissioned blockchain movement, I think there's still a few deployments out there actually in production and doing great work.
What I realized was the number one thing about me is I love playing games. So anything that is like has a game factor to it, that there's like play and an end point of like a challenge and trying to be competitive and win. I like that. And I think that's why I really like trading. It's also why I really like comedy, is that there's the play aspect of both. The gap between 2018 and 2020, when I came back to crypto, stuff had moved on so much in terms of like DeFi and the interaction with centralized.
If you look at blockchain, there's essentially, if you look at DeFi, the principal model of DeFi is ultimately people borrowing US dollars in some form. That's pretty great use case, but we can do a lot more. But we need data in order for there to be action. Flare has two core protocols. The first is essentially a native oracle for probabilistic data. That sounds complex, but think of it as prices, stuff that moves over time. And then it has a native protocol, and we really think it's the most robust possible way to do it currently for deterministic data. I think
Nimble is decentralized insurance. That's what we're building. But the funny thing is, when I have conversations with people, they'll say, hey, I don't really get insurance. I don't understand insurance. You use insurance all the time. Everyone does. I'm glad you said that, because that's how I feel. And sometimes I get stuck in that 22 years in insurance. Of course I understand it, but I think everybody does. I think the traditional insurance industry has done a good job of making people feel like it's more complicated than it actually is. So